I'll swim in there, but I'm not taking my pants off. I'll tell you that right now.
Now we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
It's kind of hard to tell, but all of the leaves are changing. Fall is going to be here before we know it, if it's not already.
Like we said when we left off in our last video, we're going to be working on the pump house today, but the weather has definitely changed. It's cooler this morning. It was definitely a breakout sweaters kind of day. Side note, I bought these pine cones at the Roll King. Oh my god, they smell so good. Whole reason I bought them, I have them all over the house, just scattered in random places.
Even Cody's breaking out the jeans. Are we keeping the Crocs though?
Yeah, my shoes still have mud in them. They're digging that hole. I gotta throw them in the washer.
As promised, we're gonna transform this into the first step is he's going to build the frame for the actual pump house, and then we will put the walls on the pump house. He's using the pallet as a workspace, so he knows that everything is flat. He's going to basically build another one of those. Now he's going to pre-drill all of the holes for the attachments. Now he's attaching the roof.
We have the box built. We're gonna go ahead and get the pallet out of there, and then I gotta do a little bit of digging to pull that water line over a little bit, and we'll start working on getting everything taken apart and put the box in place. We're gonna go ahead and go with, I think it's the Japanese method, the old Japanese method of fire treating our wood to protect it from insects and things like that.
We're basically just gonna burn the outer layer that's sitting on the ground.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun.
Weather's basically changed like overnight. It is cold and rainy. It's been raining all morning. It's finally subsided, so I think we're gonna try to get some work done. But yeah, fall is here, and according to the weather app, she's here to stay.
Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things.
Where we left off yesterday was burning the bottom of the wood to preserve it and make it bug resistant. Not bug proof, but bug resistant. And then we had a friend come out, and so we ended up just having a bonfire because it got dark quick, and we just kind of decided to hang out. We are back at it today. Now that she's all burned at the bottom and ready to go, we are going to tuck her under the house.
You and I can weather any storm before I sleep.
So I guess it's time to start taking everything apart. Need to go turn on a faucet in the house. I need both sides bits so we can put those screws out, and then we should be good.
Filling up extra water because you never know.
We have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right.
Rob?
You and I, the future.
We have the garden hose hooked up, and we're just trying to drain as much water as we can. Since we're going to be working under the house and it's already muddy out, we don't want to be working in a mud pit under the house too.
We don't need no more.
And with us working underneath the container, I'm sure you've noticed all the rust underneath the container. We will be addressing all that whenever we paint in a couple weeks. Now we're going to start getting everything disconnected.
We're gonna get her all leveled out and positioned, and we'll be back.
Got everything all positioned and leveled out. We had to move some of the lines over, so now we're gonna spray foam.
With all of the spray foam done, it's time to start on our fiberglass insulation. I need to find him a mask because I do not want him to breathe in all of that insulation.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
We finished doing the insulation, but as you can see, the insulation pretty much overtakes the whole box. Bear with me, we're gonna build a box inside the box. what I did was kind of build these like puzzle pieces. This 2x4 is attached to the back wall, and this 2x4 is attached to the side wall. So you can see they're separate right there. But then we can push them together and screw in this 2x4 to the wall to be able to hold them all together.
Time to get everything mounted in place. So I was moving this board and look what I found. No good, no good. As Daddy always said, a good snake is a dead snake. Y'all obviously cannot see anything, so we're going to give you an overview and a tour of the pump house in the morning whenever it's light and you can see. Cody's exhausted because he's been working all day and he's hooking up water right now, but I'm going to make him dinner. It's super late, so I want to cook something kind of home cooked, but don't really want to do all of the prep work and everything. I'm gonna make chicken and dumplings, but not from scratch, so sorry to disappoint. I have a rotisserie chicken that we've been kind of picking off of and making sandwiches and stuff with, so I'm gonna debone the rest of this, but keep my chicken because of course I'll make broth out of it, so I'll pop it in the fridge. But I'm gonna debone this, and then I'm just using some pre-made biscuits, so I'll see y'all in just a few. Deboning chicken's weird on camera, so I'll see you in a few. I'm going to keep half of my chicken for like sandwiches and maybe like wraps or something like that. And then I'm gonna give this a rough chop. I don't have my special knife, it's dirty and we have no water, so I can't wash it. Perfect, now we're gonna start on all of our veg. I gotta go wash my veg in the bathtub where we collected that jug of water because we have no water right now, unfortunate.
I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. Ooh, we are dreamers of the shore when we can't read the sky. We just sail with the wind that we've got.
I have some butter melted in a big old pot, and now I'm gonna add all of my veg, not my chicken yet. I'm gonna save my chicken. I'm gonna cover it and then just let it brown up. Is that good, babe, or you want more?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some more.
Okay.
That looks delicious.
As you can imagine, we did not make it much past dinner last night. We were so tired.
I went to bed.
Yeah, so chicken and dumplings really just
Oh yeah, it was delicious.
So, all right, let's go look at the pump house. It's quite a small area, so bear with us as we try to explain what's going on here.
So we're just gonna run you through the whole system. So this line runs directly to the pond, and then it goes up into this filter housing right here. So this is our first main filter from the pond before it touches any of the water system stuff. I want to just be putting bacteria and dirty water into the actual pump itself, because then the pump's not gonna last as long. So we filter it through the big filter before it goes into the pump. From the pump, it goes to a filter that's behind this tank right here, and then it goes through the next set of filters onto the pressure tank, and then the very last part of the system is the UV sanitizer before it runs through this line back to the house. It's a super pain having the pressure tank directly in the way of that rear filter, but I didn't have everything that I needed to be able to organize it the way that I needed last night, and we needed water. This is pretty much what I had to do to get it hooked up. But how I'm gonna fix this situation is I need to grab a couple different fittings, probably 3/4 T, and then I ran out of these 3/4 PEX expansion rings, so we gotta pick some of those up. But we're gonna move the pressure tank into that corner over there and then actually relocate that filter that's on the back probably to right here. That way all the filters are nice and accessible from the front. Next thing we have to do is just build a door for the front and throw some insulation on that. Like I said, we needed water, so we wanted to get everything in there and working before we worried about a door.
Do you love the star pants? Thank you to my mother-in-law. No, we're not married, but Stephanie, my mother-in-law, thank you for my star pants. Love them, so comfy when it's cold. Okay, anyways, now that the pump house is done, we feel way better going into winter. Like, if for some reason we didn't get the house painted or things didn't get enclosed or things like that, we feel so much more comfortable going into winter. But the next step is going to be to start prepping the containers and getting them ready to paint, because that's super important to me and I want to do that soon.
Yeah, we're getting a little tired of the McDonald's colors.
Yeah, not a fan, not a fan. Can we take appreciation for how crystal this water is? It's so clean, so pretty.
You can see straight to the bottom.
After some more investigation, we found another persimmon tree.
I'm pretty sure it's another persimmon tree.
It looks like the other leaves. I don't know if this is starting to fruit or what, but the leaves look exactly the same and the bark looks the same. And then we found out that this one right here is also a persimmon tree that has not fruited yet. And so is this one that has not fruited yet. And then this one back here is also a persimmon tree that has not fruited yet. They either haven't fruited yet or they're males. I don't know, we need to do more research, but either way,
I don't know enough about them.
We're loaded down with persimmon trees. And we have a few babies. We might, I might try to grow babies and then maybe possibly sell them on the Etsy. The Etsy that is up and live, but I have not announced yet because
we may be able to clone them. Take clippings and clone them.
We probably could. I don't know, I just need to do more research, so. It's that time again where we're tired, we wanna rest. We literally just woke up, but I know that his body is exhausted, my brain is exhausted, and yeah, I think today's gonna be an off day, so.
Yeah, I'm a little sore today. Man, them 1-inch PEX A lines are no joke doing the expansion rings for them.
Yeah.
Like, 1/2 inch and 3/4 are one thing, but then 1 inch, you really gotta put some strength in to be able to get them to expand, so it takes a lot of muscle.
But I'm so excited because when y'all come back, assuming nothing drastic changes, when y'all come back, we will start getting ready to prep underneath the containers and the top of the containers to get ready to paint, so.
Start rust control.
Questions? Sandy North says, what are you going to do about the skirting on top of burying the insulation from freezing? What state are you in for winter? Lived in Oregon and now a winter in Indiana, first winter here in 10 years. And with the crazy weather going on in Oklahoma and Arkansas, check out the Farmer's Almanac. My ex-grandpa was a farmer and he lived by it. We have checked out the Farmer's Almanac.
I haven't bought one for this year, but I bought one last year and read through it, and then I've read a little bit online about it, but we typically do follow it at least a little bit. For the skirting, we're just gonna do kind of like wood siding almost, but we're gonna use sawmill wood. It's not gonna be like your plywood siding or anything like that that you would put on a house. So it's just gonna be plank siding that we'll cut ourselves, but we'll probably do maybe foam board behind it, or something along those lines. Luckily, with the pump house, we used R19 insulation, so it's fairly insulated on its own, but then insulating the crawl space on top of that, it should be super insulated, so I don't think we'll really ever have to worry about that.
And then we're in Missouri, so I've only really done one Missouri winter, and it was brutal. It was rough, it was cold. Other than that, Texas, we have winters and they're cold, but it's a Texas winter. It's really not that bad. So I'm very interested to see how this year's gonna go now that we're living here. So, but yeah, we're in Missouri. Here you go.
Oh, a short one.
Yeah.
But how does one answer that? Because it's like, I can't tell you.
No, I just thought it'd be funny.
Bobby LeBlanc says, when are y'all getting married? Married, I don't know.
Yeah, married probably not for a long, long while. Just cause like tax reasons. It's cheaper to be single.
Yeah, and
on
then
paper.
Like we've thrown around the idea of eloping instead of like having a wedding with family and stuff like that.
We enjoy dogs over people. And in Colorado you can have your dogs
paw print.
Yeah, on your marriage certificate. So we've thrown around that idea a few times. Married, probably not for a while unless we like elope or something like that.
Engaged, stay tuned. Craig Fisher says, I want to know if you two have skinny dipped in your pond. Cody, rigging that shovel head to dig that deep trench under your home was brilliant. Can't wait to see the next invention you come up with. How's the solar ground mount system working out?
Have we skinny dipped? No.
No. Me and my buddy Josh swam in there one time because it was super hot out. Yeah, completely clothed. It was super hot out. We were bored. We were like, let's go swimming in the pond. Why not, right? And it was before we really had done any kind of maintenance to the pond. So we came out slimy that day. We were green and slimy. It was disgusting. Cleaned the pond a ton. Almost every day I'm raking leaves and crud out of the bottom of it, so the water's a ton cleaner now. We definitely wouldn't have to worry about green slime anymore.
We want to get it to the point where we can fully swim in it and add like a dock and things like that. So have we skinny dipped in it at this point? No. In the future?
No, I don't plan on it. Look, with the size of snapping turtles I've seen around, and then the snakes,
we do have some pretty big snapping turtles. And
I'll swim in there, but I'm not taking my pants off. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, we do want to put a hot tub out.
Yeah.
And then solar ground mount system. It's actually working pretty good. I do still need to do some stuff to it to make it more functional, I guess you could say.
We'll do like an upgrade/update video on the whole solar system probably here in the next couple weeks as we do more to it.
Yeah, I need to get like a wire or mechanical system to be able to raise and lower the panels, because right now that's the biggest issue with being able to rotate the whole array and everything, because I have to manually do it by hand right now. So lifting all the panels, putting something under it to hold it, and then taking it all back down to be able to rotate it is a lot of work. So right now we're pretty much just leaving it in the normal position facing south, and then once we get that cable system worked up, then we'll be able to move it throughout the day a lot easier. But the last sunny day we had, we were making a little over 2 kilowatt hours, so I'm pretty happy with that. Our next solar focus is we need to get some more battery. We need to increase our storage.
To touch on the whole hot tub situation that we just spoke on, we've looked at actual hot tubs. Like, a lot of people will give them away for free and they just have a few things wrong with them. So we've been looking at those on Marketplace. And then I also have looked at the idea of getting like a clawfoot, like a cast iron clawfoot tub, and then building like an outdoor bath shower area. I really like being outside. So if I could shower outside, that would be amazing. So I think we're probably gonna work on that here pretty soon.
I do plan, well, we'll work on the bathtub pretty soon, but not the outdoor shower. We're not gonna be able to shower in the cold. But I do plan on building an outdoor shower. That's actually on my list.
Yeah. I know what color we are envisioning painting the house. Can you see it back there? Maybe it looks quite yellow. I know what color we're painting the house, or what I think I'm gonna paint the house, unless I decide to change my mind. But I wanna know what color y'all would like the house painted. Probably will stick with the color that I want, but I'm just curious everybody's opinions, because I've played around with a few different things, so I wanted to see where everybody's heads were. But
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see y'all in a couple days.
Bye.
Bye.
You gotta run to fly. You're too fat, so you gotta run.
Pack our bags and
Do it! Come on! You can do it!
Maya! Maya!
I will. It allows to harvest the timber before it's done.
Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life?